Hey everyone, in this video, we will share how you can play your favorite Nintendo 64 retro games on your computer so that you can play retro N64 games such as Super Mario 64, Super Smash Bros., F-Zero 64, and many more. This method is free and will work for all Windows-based PC. If you are new to the channel, do help us grow by pressing the subscribe button below. Thank you. The Nintendo 64 or N64 was the third home video game console system released by Nintendo in June 1996. N64 was set to compete against the Sony PlayStation 1 and the SEGA Saturn. Both PlayStation 1 and SEGA Saturn have moved to utilize the physical CD-ROM formats while the N64 is still using the physical cartridge-based, which is just an upgrade to their Super Nintendo cartridge, that was released in 1990. N64 was Nintendo's first 64-bit 3D graphic console that utilized an analog stick. There were 393 games released for the console, of which the last game released on N64 was Tony Hawk Pro Skater in 2002. The N64 has discontinued shortly after. This was a year after Nintendo released its first disc-based console, the GameCube. Overall, the N64 sold over 32 million units worldwide. In this video, we will share how you can safely play your favorite N64 games on your computer using the newly updated release of the Project64 emulator. The newly updated version is much more stable and feels like you are playing on a physical console. Today, we will go through the steps required to set up the Project64 emulator on your computer. We will go through the necessary control configurations and setups. We will also share our top Nintendo 64 game recommendation that you can check out. Stay until the end of the video as we will go through how you can set up the built-in cheat menu. Alright, before we begin, if you enjoy this type of content, do help us grow by subscribing to this channel. Thank you. Alright, go to this video description. Click on the second link. This link will take you directly to the Project64 official main page. Alternatively, you can go directly to pj64.emu.com. Scroll down the page until you see the Download Here button. Click and download it to your desktop. It will take some time, depending on your network speed. Once the download is complete, open up the executable setups file and run the installation. Let it do the installation. Here I have chosen to create a shortcut on my desktop for easy access. Next, you can go ahead and delete the execution file, as we will not need it anymore. Next, we must set the game directory to your Nintendo 64 ROMs folder. ROMs are digital backup copies of physical Nintendo 64 game cartridges. Backup Nintendo 64 games will use a N64 file format. ROMs can be obtained using a cartridge dumper and extracting the ROMs from the physical cartridge. Another way to get the ROMs are by downloading them on the internet. I can't tell you where to get the ROMs from, but if you do a simple Google search for N64 ROMs, there will be a few places where you can get them from. Archive.org is also another good place to search for them. Select the folder that contains your N64 backup games. Here I have selected the Glide N64 as I am using a Windows 10 PC. Click OK to proceed. The emulator will run tests on the backup ROMs in the folder to see if they are compatible. To start playing, double-click on the game you wish to start. Let's play the F-Zero X64. The game loads fast. The sound is loud and in sync, just like playing on the original hardware. Let's start by configuring the gamepad input settings. You can control the game using a keyboard or a game controller. Here I'm using an Xbox 360 wire controller. On the Options tab, click on the Input settings. By default, it will use the keyboard. To edit the input setting, connect your gamepad. Mouse click the square next to the corresponding button. Sync it accordingly to your game controller. Once you are done, click on Apply. Now that the controller has been mapped, let's play the F-Zero X. Let's skip to the gameplay. F-Zero X is a futuristic single-player racing game developed by Nintendo. This is the sequel to the original F-Zero that was released on the Super Nintendo in 1990, and this was the first F-Zero installment with 3D graphics. F-Zero X is a fast-paced futuristic racing video game where 30 competitors race on high-altitude circuits inside plasma-powered hovercars in an intergalactic Grand Prix. Release in July 1998, this game sold 383,642 units in North America and 97,684 units in Japan. This game has by far one of the best background music of its generation. In 2009, the official Nintendo magazine ranked F-Zero X at 39th on the list of greatest Nintendo games ever made. To play a new game, click on the File tab, then click on Open ROM. Next, select the ROMs and double-click on the game you wish to play. Let's play another favorite classic N64 game, 007 GoldenEye. GoldenEye is a 1997 first-person shooter video game based on the 1995 James Bond film GoldenEye. In this game, the player controls the secret agent James Bond through a series of levels to prevent a criminal syndicate from using a satellite weapon. Unlike other first shooter games released at that time, GoldenEye 007 features a multiplayer mode where up to 4 players can compete in several deathmatch scenarios via split screen. Despite low expectations among the gaming media prior to its launch, GoldenEye 007 sold more than 8 million units worldwide, making it the third best-selling Nintendo 64 game, behind Super Mario 64 and Mario Kart 64. Next, we will take a look at Mario Kart 64. This game is the second main entry in the Mario Kart series and is the successor to the 1992 Super Mario Kart for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. The game was first released in Japan on December 14, 1996. Mario Kart 64 is a kart racing game in which the player controls one of 8 selectable Mario characters in several race tracks that vary in shape and theme. During a race, the players can obtain random items from special boxes placed in different areas of the track that are used to impede the opposition and gain the advantage. For example, shells and bananas allow the player to attack opponents and slow them down, and mushrooms grant the player a temporary boost in speed and jumping ability. In a change from the previous installment, players can carry more than one item at a time. Mario Kart 64 has 16 race courses and 4 battle courses. This game is regarded as one of the greatest video games of all time, with more than 9.87 million copies sold worldwide, making it the second best-selling game on N64. Mario Kart 64 placed 17th in official Nintendo magazine's 100 Greatest Nintendo Games of All Time and 49th in Electronic Gaming Monthly's 1997 list of the 100 best console games. Next, we have Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2. Release in August 2000, this was the second installment in the Tony Hawk series. In this game, the player is in control of a professional or fictional skater and takes place in a third-person view with a fixed camera. The player must perform tricks and complete level objectives in return for cash rewards, which can be used to unlock other levels, improve the player character's statistics and obtain better equipment. The game features skaters such as Bob Burnquist, Steve Caballero, Rodney Mullen, Tony Hawk, Bucky Lasek, and Spider-Man. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 was critically acclaimed upon release and is considered one of the greatest video games of all time, as well as the highest-rated sports video game. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 sold 5.3 million units across all platforms. 2 years later, in 2002, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 was released, and it was the final license game released for the Nintendo 64, after which the console was discontinued. Super Smash Bros. Is a 1999 crossover fighting video game exclusively for the Nintendo 64. Release in 1999, this was the first installment in the Super Smash Bros. Series. It is a crossover between several different Nintendo franchises, including Mario, The Legend of Zelda, Star Fox, Yoshi, Donkey Kong, Metroid, F-Zero, Mother, Kirby, and Pokémon. Each unique character and location allows players to use the character's unique skills and the stage's hazards to inflict damage, recover health, and ultimately knock the opponents off the stage. While games such as Street Fighter and Tekken require players to memorize complicated button input combinations, Super Smash Bros. Uses the same control combinations to access all moves for all characters. The game focuses more on aerial and platforming skills than other fighting games, with larger, more dynamic stages rather than a simple flat platform. The characters are allowed to move freely and are not limited to only facing opponents. Super Smash Bros. Received mostly positive reviews upon its release, selling over 5 million copies worldwide by 2001. Lastly, let's take a look at Super Mario 64, the best-selling game released for the Nintendo 64 and is considered by many as the greatest video game of all time. This was the first Super Mario game to feature 3D gameplay, combining traditional Super Mario gameplay, visual style, and characters in a large open world. Like the other Super Mario games, the player collects power stars to unlock enough of Princess Peach's castle to get to Bowser and rescue Princess Peach. One more thing. This emulator also comes with a built-in cheat menu. Click on the System tab, select, and click on Cheats. The cheat menu for this game will appear. Select which cheats you wish to activate. Let's do the infinite energy and live cheats and check the box accordingly. Once done, click on the red X button on the top right to exit back to the game. Notice that your life is now times 100. You are also now invisible and cannot receive any damage through the game. Your power meter will also be at maximum. There you go, that's how you play your classic Nintendo 64 games on your computer using the Project64 emulator. If you have found this video helpful, do help us grow by subscribing to the channel. With that, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Take care and stay safe everyone.